Ladies and gentlemen, imagine you work at a hotel. A guest from another country comes to the desk and needs help because they lost their passport. You know what they need and you know how to help them. But you cannot explain it clearly because you do not speak their language. Now, imagine you are a tour guide. You are standing in front of the tourists from another country who wants to learn about Indonesian culture, history, and nature. They are waiting for you to explain, and you can only say simple things. The problem is not that you do not know about tourism. The problem is that you cannot communicate with good language. Before I begin, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kyla and I am a student of Vocational High School for Bandar Lampung in Tourism major. Today's speech, I would like to tell about the importance of foreign language proficiency for vocational students in tourism. First, we want to say thank you to God for giving us chance to meet here today in good health. Language proficiency in the tourism world is very important and can be a fatal mistake if someone who working in tourism world not knowing about foreign language. This is why for students like us who study in tourism, learning a language is very important. It is a part of our professional training. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is an industry that connects people from country and cultures. So, communication is an important part of our job. According to Statistics Indonesia, or BPS, Indonesia had about 7.5 million tourists in the first half of 2025. This is an increase of 9.44% from the time in 2024. In June, Indonesia had about 1.42 million visitors, which is an increase of 18.20% from the year before. These numbers are not just numbers. Behind every tourist, there is a person who needs information, transportation, a place to stay, food, help, and just someone to talk to. This means that as tourism grows, we need workers who can speak different languages and understand different cultures. For us, as tourism students, this is something to think about. Speaking a language helps us communicate better at work. In tourism, communication is not only saying hello or welcome. We need to explain things about the hotel, give directions, handle complaints, describe tourist places, help guests, and sometimes solve problems. If a tourism worker can speak clearly and politely in another language, they can give service and make the visitors' experience better. Speaking languages makes us more competitive at work. Why? The tourism industry is not just in our town or even in Indonesia. We may work in hotels, airlines, travel agencies, or other international places. So, having a foreign language skill can give us opportunities. Our ability to communicate with people from different countries shows that we are ready to work in a global environment. This tells us that learning a language is not only about memorizing words or grammar. It also teaches us to listen and understand perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, a good tourism professional does not need to sound like a speaker. What matters is that we can communicate clearly, confidently, politely, and appropriately. So, as students, we should not wait until we graduate to start improving our foreign language skills. We can practice speaking English with our classmates, we can learn tourism vocabulary, we can simulate conversation between tour guides and tourists. Most importantly, we should make mistakes, learn from them, and keep trying. Because language is not learned by memorizing. Language is learned by using it. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia has a lot of potential for tourism. We have beaches, mountains, cultural traditions, historical sites, and many local destinations. Having beautiful places is not enough. Tourism also needs people who can welcome visitors, understand their needs, explain our culture, and represent Indonesia professionally. Those people could be us. As tourism students, we're not just preparing to work in tourism. We are preparing to ourselves to be a part of community. Let us see them as a bridge between us and international tourists. Let us learn not because we are afraid of the future, but because we are ready to face it. That's all from me. Thanks for your attention. Have a day.